Alright, so whether you loved them or hated them, the 2017 Golden State Warriors were a team like no other. Only a year before, they imploded in the biggest collapse in NBA history when they lost a 3-1 finals lead on their home court to the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James. The world of basketball ridiculed them until they did the unthinkable. They signed Kevin Durant, a former MVP and one of the greatest scorers of all time, and formed a super team so stacked that it felt like they had cheat codes. Fans were furious at this decision, and analysts claimed that the NBA was ruined.
How are you viewing this move from Durant?
Well, I'm viewing it as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar. Plain as that's just how I look at it. It's not that he's leaving Oklahoma City. If you're not happy there and you want to move on and you want to grow as a player, there's nothing wrong with that. He's one of the
Even players throughout the league wondered if the competition had died. But as the criticism poured in, the Warriors just rained down dominance. They barreled through the regular season and then proceeded to surmount one of the greatest playoff runs in NBA history, claiming their throne in a dominating fashion. But see, this begs the question, were the 2017 Warriors the most unfair team ever assembled that killed the spirit of the game? Or was this the most stunning demonstration of basketball excellence to ever play out? Today, we'll dig into how the team essentially ran the league that season, dissect how they marched through the playoffs without losing, and examine why they became the most hated team in NBA history. Let's get into it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Kevin Durant changed the direction of his NBA career when he announced on the 4th of July 2016 that he was signing with the Golden State Warriors. In a heartfelt column on the Players Tribune called My Next Chapter, Durant told the magazine that he had experienced, quote, by far the most challenging few weeks in my professional life. He also conveyed a desire to learn and adapt, both as a player and as a man, when he stated that he was going to join the Warriors in the upcoming season. Durant signed a 2-year, $54.3 million deal that had a player option after the first year. This gave the player some flexibility, while also making him the team's highest paid player at the time. This resulted in two-time reigning MVP Steph Curry becoming the 4th highest paid player on the Warriors team, at $12.1 million. Behind Durant were Klay Thompson with $16.6 million and Draymond Green with $15.3 million. The announcement drew a variety of reactions from around the NBA community. Warriors forward Draymond Green greeted Durant with a welcome message on Twitter, and many others took to social media to share their excitement for the upcoming season. On the other hand, some players felt surprised and skeptical, with Damian Lillard tweeting about the game being changed, and other players expressing their concerns about this super team, claiming they might score 200 points in a game. These reactions reflected some of the mixed feelings about Durant's decision to join a team that had just faced a major setback. The former MVP's move from the Oklahoma City Thunder was the end of an era for the franchise. Sam Presti, the Thunder's general manager, credited Durant's impact on the team, stating that he left an indelible imprint on the Thunder's organization and the state of Oklahoma as a founding father of the franchise. Though disappointed, Presti said he was grateful for Durant's role in building the team's foundation. The move generated widespread debate among fans, analysts, and former players alike. Critics claimed that joining an already dominant team undermined the competitive balance of the league, while supporters said that Durant was entitled to take a route he believed offered a chance at personal and professional fulfillment. This decision not only altered Durant's career trajectory, but also changed team dynamics and approaches for the NBA seasons that followed. FYI, Kevin Durant didn't just make headlines when he joined the Warriors. He also made headlines when he owned the international stage alongside teammates Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. The trio teamed up to bring Team USA to victory against Serbia at the 2016 Rio Olympics, defeating them with a 96-66 score and claiming the gold medal. This makes the trio the only Warrior players to earn an Olympic gold medal alongside Warriors legend Chris Mullin. Durant led the team to an undefeated 8-0 victory and averaged 19.4 points per game. Returning to the NBA, The Warriors came into the preseason with high expectations. After stumbling out of the gate with the loss to the Raptors, they found their footing real quick, earning victories against the Clippers, Kings, Nuggets, Lakers, and Trailblazers to end up 6-1. Durant quickly made his mark as Golden State's top scorer, averaging 20.9 points per game, with Steph Curry at 19.7 and Klay Thompson at 18.0 points. As the season approached, the Warriors finalized their roster, signing free agent center JaVale McGee. With a trio of Olympic gold medalists, an offense that could be explosive, and a completely revamped roster, the Golden State Warriors were officially locked and loaded for a season to remember. Believe it or not, the Warriors' 2016 through 2017 season didn't open with fireworks like everyone had expected, but rather with a massive setback. In their first game of the season, they suffered a brutal 29-point home loss to the San Antonio Spurs, with Kawhi Leonard lighting them up for a career-high 35 points, raising many eyebrows about whether Golden State's Superteam experiment was already on the rocks. However, the skeptics didn't stick around for long as the Warriors roared back. They won their next 4 games, including a 26-point destruction of the Oklahoma City Thunder. But this was no ordinary game. It was the first matchup between former teammates Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. With fans and critics worldwide watching, Durant scored 39 points, the most by a player in his debut against his former team. Only days later, Steph Curry reminded everyone why he was the best shooter the game has known. After his streak of consecutive games with a three-pointer came to an end, he made an epic comeback against the Pelicans, setting an NBA record of 13 three-pointers made in a single game. Before the halfway point of the season, the Warriors weren't merely dominating, they were rewriting history. Durant, Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green were all named on the All-Stars team, making Golden State the first team in franchise history and 8th in NBA history to send 4 players to the game. Soon after, the Warriors accomplished something no team had ever done. They clinched a playoff spot with a win over the Brooklyn Nets faster than any team in NBA history, 2 days earlier than their own record from the previous season. The league's most feared team had officially entered championship mode. Alright, so the 2017 NBA playoffs were more than a championship run for the Golden State Warriors. They were a statement. This was a team assembled to dominate. And from the moment the postseason tipped off, they were relentless. As the top seed for the 3rd consecutive season, the Warriors began their playoff run with a first-round sweep of the Portland Trailblazers. Even if they were without Durant for games 2 and 3, the team had no trouble dispatching Portland, sweeping the series 4-0 and sending a loud message to the rest of the league. With or without KD, they were unstoppable. The second round matched the Warriors against the Utah Jazz, the two teams' first playoff meeting since 2007. Kevin Durant dominated Game 3 with a playoff-high 38 points and a commanding 3-0 lead in the series for Golden State. In Game 4, the Warriors went all in, scoring 39 points in the first quarter. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson scored 51 combined points, and Draymond Green had a triple-double with 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists. The result? Another sweep. The Warriors were rolling. Next came the Western Conference Finals with the San Antonio Spurs. Game 1 was a disaster, at least early in the proceedings, as the Warriors trailed by 25 points. However, they roared back, stunning the Spurs with a comeback victory and a score of 113-111 to remain unbeaten at 9-0 in the playoffs. By Game 3, the Warriors were fully in charge, prevailing and defeating the Spurs to take a 3-0 series lead. This resulted in them becoming just the 3rd team in NBA history, joining the 1988-89 and 2000-01 Lakers to start a postseason 11-0. Another game later, they completed the task. Led by Curry's 36 points, Golden State pulled yet another sweep, advancing to their 3rd consecutive NBA final with a perfect 12-0 playoff record. making it the best in NBA history. This near-perfect season for the Warriors is precisely why they ended up becoming the most hated team in NBA history, as this dominance not only undermined the rest of the league, but also guaranteed a win for the Warriors, leaving fans of other teams highly disappointed. It weakened the essence of the game and made for a boring season for those who weren't supporting the Warriors. However, this isn't where their story ended for the 2017 season. The final showdown further cemented their legacy as the most hated NBA team. The 2017 NBA Finals featured a highly anticipated battle between the Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers, as the two teams met for the third straight year to compete for the title. It was a showcase of high-octane basketball with standout performances and record-breaking moments. In the first game, the Warriors used their home court advantage to seize a victory over the Cavaliers. Kevin Durant made a major impact in his first finals game with the Warriors by scoring 38 points. Curry added to Durant's efforts with 28 points, as the Warriors cruised to a 113-91 victory and a 1-0 series advantage. Keeping it moving, Golden State put together another beautiful Game 2 showing just a few days later. Durant and Curry again led the way in scoring, with the former scoring 33 points and 13 rebounds, and the latter scoring 32 points with 10 rebounds and 11 assists. Golden State's offensive work was too much for Cleveland to handle, leading to a 132-113 score and 2-0 in the series. With the series moving to Cleveland, the Cavaliers hoped their home court advantage would help. Though LeBron James and Kyrie Irving each scored 39 and 38 points respectively in a brave effort, the Warriors managed to pull off a last-minute surge in the game. What could only be called a clutch winning basket score from Durant in the final minute sealed a 118-113 victory.
Cleveland had a 7-point lead here in the fourth, but Golden State stays perfect. A crushing loss for the Cavs.
And a commanding 3-0 series lead for the Warriors. The Cavaliers answered must-win orders in Game 4 by setting a new record. They established several final records, with 49 points in the first quarter and 86 in the first half. LeBron James had a triple-double with 31 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists, and Kyrie Irving scored a game-high 40. Cleveland's 137-116 win led to a Game 5 and broke the Warriors' 15-game postseason winning streak. The Warriors returned to the Oracle Arena, intending for one final showdown to seal the deal. Durant starred with 39 points in a high-scoring game and was named the Finals MVP. Curry scored 34 points as the Warriors won 129-120 for its second championship in 3 seasons. LeBron James also had a brilliant game, scoring 41 points, but even that wasn't enough for the Cavaliers to beat the champions. The 2017 Finals showcased offensive brilliance, with both teams showing off their ability to score. However, it also highlighted the dominance of the super team that the Warriors had created, further cementing the fear everyone in the NBA community had of the spirit of the game being undermined. Alright, so what are your thoughts on this? Do you believe that the Warriors super team is the most hated in NBA history? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, click on any of the other ones that are popping on your screen right now. With that being said, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.